Jim Twiggs, your local All-State agents, and hometown high school basketball game of the week with the second half opening possession on its way. We've already given away early in the season. Right there.
There she is.
Yeah, look at her. She's laying up there.
And she had a really, there was nothing but air, and it was just perfect right into the hoop. Oh, man, that was nice. That's the first one of the year.
I thought one of them might go for the 500.
Here's some replays from earlier in that first half, Lee. And this is where they had some trouble. There's a steal. Now watch your dunk here, Lee. Kabang!
That kid is an athlete. Holy moly.
He has some hang time there. And then we come back with another one ripping down there, and he just does another slam dunk. 2 in a row. And watch this. Watch this here. Layup. Nope. Watch the spin here.
Won't go. Puts it up. And he's been playing a wheel of a ball game, Gary. Mater has.
And that's the way you have to play against this team, Xenia, because look at that spin move. That
Beautiful.
was like a Braxton Miller spin running the ball for Ohio State down the center of the field. That was beautiful.
And the opening possession taken by Xenia. Curtis had the ball. Now they get down to the baseline. Will it go in? Yeah, it does. Number 23 coming up with that, Isaiah Hoyt. Isaiah Hoyt picks up his 6th point of the night. Oh, nice fake to go to the baseline and off the glass, won't go. Rebounds, as you can see. Here comes Curtis. Takes the jumper for 3. Yes, 3-pointer for Curtis. That's his 2nd. The only other one, 3-pointer that we have, was done by Nolan Mater of Tippecanoe. Tippecanoe, Gary, they're going to have to start taking some shots from outside here now, I think.
Well, they did that the first half, Lee. They tried to they took quite a few outside. Tippecanoe had 12 attempts from the 3-point stripe.
Okay.
But there's a nice drive. That's what they have to do.
This kid has looked good all night. Nolan Mater has now got 12 points, Gary.
Yeah, he's the player of the game for Tippecanoe right now, and keeping his team alive by 22 points.
Curtis, if you're interested, has like 12 points already.
There's a double-digit lead there for Xenia. Look at that.
Does he hustle or what? Isaiah Hoyt missed the shot, went and got it, and put it up off the glass and in. You know what I like seeing tonight? We're seeing a lot of the glass being used instead of just throwing it up,
And not the NBA stuff. Now, there's a timeout right now.
Yeah, Tippecanoe wants the timeout. As a matter of fact, Samari Curtis had 9 points at the half, while Noah Crawford for the Buccaneers had 8 points. So they lead the way. And hands over fist, the leader was Nolan Mater as he came up with 10 points.
There's a good way for you to get connected. It's Facebook, okay, and also on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll tell you what, if you want to watch some sports, local TV sports, tell you what you do.
Yeah.
Log on there and go to YouTube. All you have to do is click on our YouTube channel, and there you go. That's tonight's game. Football's on there as well, basketball. So check it out. When we were talking to Coach Kent Anderson, he says, I'm really glad you guys are here. But I hope we have a good game because this Tippecanoe is a good team. And you must have said something to the kids in the locker room saying, this is on TV, guys. You got to pick it up.
Well, they're pouring it on right now, 46-22.
And they're not doing it in a bad way. That's how you play the game. Nice drive.
Oh, nice drive. Just would not get it to go. But that has been the problem all evening long for this Tippecanoe ball club. Would you look at him drive? Coming up with a rebound, and it's going to be over the back. And coming up with that foul will be John Zell Gray.
Yep. And one of the things that's is so interesting is the way that thing is playing out. They get down there and they're really close, and they get that rebound. All of a sudden, they make that little spin move, go up off the glass, and that's exactly what we were talking about. Use the glass. Don't start dribbling. Nice steal again, and stolen by Curtis. Curtis is going to come up the court. As you can see, this kid can dribble, handle the ball, but look at, he's not selfish, passes underneath, and all of a sudden it's off the glass. Rebound again by Xenia. So Xenia is doing what they wanted to do, is move quite fast in this game. There's a foul going underneath the basket, and Xenia's going to go right there to the free throw line.
Now, that was a nice drive by Bocara. And these guys, I don't know if you feel that way, Gary. It just looks like they're just so smooth and moving with the basketball.
Well, they're fluid.
Confidence.
Fluid. I think,
Yeah.
you said smooth is right. It's just this fluid movement. And there's a free throw that's not working out. For Xenia, 8 trips to the free throw line.
Yeah, Bukhara with 50% shooting.
Now look at the coaching staff on the sideline there. On the bench there for Xenia, you would think they were behind by 80 points.
But you know what that's called?
Yeah.
That's called teaching.
Guys, you're winning. A little smile will be okay. It's like Belichick over there.
No, they got their game faces on.
And they should be proud the way they're playing tonight. Now, on the other side Adam Toohey, great guy, had a good talk with him. And you can see him standing with the body language there with his arms folded saying, we talked about a lot of this in the locker room at halftime. We haven't changed a whole lot yet.
Well, the thing is this ball club has to play their game. And they are. They're working it. But it's about like a team that runs the football all the time. You get behind, you got some problems.
Well, one of the other things, Lee, you're saying the same thing kind of, is that some teams you can play that way, and you got to make that change. You can't play this way against Xenia because
no.
And I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you fix it.
Look at that. Down court already. Shot taken up. Rebound again. Reverse layup. Short. And still fighting for the rebound. Finally, Tippecanoe, and Mater comes up with it. Mater said, I've had enough of this. As Tippecanoe heads down court to the baseline. Ball stolen away by Curtis. He just stuck his paws in there and took it away. Drives the court. Puts it up. Off the glass. Will not drop. Rebound up. No good. Here comes Tipp. Now Tipp looks like they're playing the Xenia game.
There we go. They're moving around. There's the movement you needed to see.
Nope.
Oh, almost stolen all the way down the court for a breakaway.
Here comes Curtis. Puts it up off the glass and in.
I must say Curtis has a real nice touch with that ball. He has missed a couple layups in there, but he's a pretty solid player, passing and rebounding and everything else that comes with it.
What's he got, 14 points now? There's the shot, no good for 3.
There's a rebound.
Curtis just stands flat-footed, picked it up. 49-22, there goes Curtis again, puts it up and in.
And I think that's where he's getting his points, Lee, when he's playing, because he's getting those rebounds and going, like you said, put it up off the glass, nothing fancy outside. And when he does shoot outside, it's good.
Well, I remember Don May, the old UD basketball player. They called him the junk man. He would stand under the basket, get every rebound, and put it right back up and in. A point's a point.
There's Paul Silas did that for Denver for the Nuggets.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, same thing. There's a shot outside and the possession
It's an
arrow.
offensive foul.
Yeah, it's going to be Xenia's ball. And just like that, it's 3:48 left to go in this third. This whole game tonight has just sailed by.
Well, all 3 games. All 3 games are just going zip. As it was coming up with a victory in that JV game was Tippecanoe, 36-32. That was a good ball game. They were going back and forth, and it was tied with a couple of minutes left, like 30-30, and you didn't know who was going to win, or it might go into overtime. Put it underneath, shot up, no good, rebound. Oh, Gary, that's what you keep talking about. There's no dribble, no bounce of the ball. Gaither just came down and put it right back up.
And then we got a foul underneath the basket. I think this one's going on
Gaither, I think.
Gaither.
Yeah.
Let's see. Remember the old days when you played and we played, you had to raise your hand.
Go ahead and raise your hand. Now it's like don't raise your hand. You're using up too much energy.
Yeah, or they might call it on somebody else that's coming in off the bench.
But I always like the guys coming up court, and a foul is called, and they're looking at their chest.
Yep.
That's who?
That's right.
You, 32.
Inbounds this ball all the way almost to the center court.
With the basketball, Tippecanoe. Oh, that's a nice move. Gets
he
to the
stepped out of
baseline,
bounds,
reverse layup. It looked like he did, didn't it?
And the official was right there, so he probably said, you know what, that's a great move. I'm going to give that to you.
Knosman, did I say it right that time?
Knost.
Oh, gosh.
Long out.
Knosman. Okay. That was a nice 2 points for Knosman.
It happens way too often for me in football. I think one game I called him about every different way you could, and it was just a phonetics of 2 syllables. But we apologize to moms and dads out there all over the
We're just
local
human.
TV for
We're
me
a couple
country.
of old guys. But I tell you, the G-Walk is tough, but this Xenia ball club is building.
Well,
They're young. They only had 1 man back. Guess who that was? Curtis.
Well, I'm a little worried for Xenia because ahead of them is Fairborn and Trotwood Madison, and those two teams head to head. I mean, that's going to be crazy.
Well, Coach Anderson said he was most worried about the first 3 games.
Yeah, my goodness.
And they went winning 2 out of 3. Rebound Curtis, one-handed, puts it back up, and I think he's fouled as he takes the shot.
He would know better than anybody, but, you think about Xenia and their football winning their conference for the first time in I don't know how many years.
In a long time.
About 20 years, I think, and that was a big deal for them.
Did you see that? Did you see that? He bounced the ball off the back of number 41, Stevenson, jumped over the end line, caught it himself, and put it up and in for 2 points.
And when the coach says hustle,
no, that's just good old-fashioned alley ball right there. I love it.
Yeah, that's more than hustle.
That's thinking.
I want to see a little. He says, I want to make sure you have a good game tonight. There's a nice steal by Tipp.
Almost stolen away by Xenia, and going to the free throw line will be Mater.
Yeah, reach-in foul there. Foul, and coming up with that is going to be. Let's see who's going to get this one.
Well, the foul's going to go against Kevin Johnson.
Oh, okay.
So Johnson will be picking up the
yeah,
personal
it is Johnson.
Foul. Well, I know it's Johnson. I'm looking at him. With the basket. Oh, he was close. I don't see how the officials can see it. Do you see how close he was to the sideline? I think he went over and back. Nice shot by Mater, and then an even better shot put up the second time around by Jake Rowland. He's got his 5th point tonight.
Underneath, no look pass.
Did you see Curtis? It looked a la Magic Johnson. He got into the lane, looked one way, threw it the other. If he's the only one that returned, that's enough. Put him out there against the other 5. Not taking anything away. I'm just kind of joking around. But this kid has got a future.
Well, on this team, there's only a couple seniors.
Yeah.
And the ones that start, the rest are sophomores. So
this is a young ball
Kent
club.
Anderson's going to have some young players coming up, and they're playing pretty good ball right now.
Now Gaither, who just hit that free throw, he's a 50% free throw shooter, came in averaging 6 a ball game, and right now he has got himself, 7 points, 8 points, as he will get his next one as he hit that 1-and-1. It's up. It's good. Actually, it wasn't a 1-and-1. It was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah.
57-26.
They're 6 for 10 from the free throw line, Xenia.
Almost.
One thing that they did trim back here, Tippecanoe, is their 3-point attempts. They have yet to make one here in this third quarter as we're winding down just under 2 minutes.
Right.
And remember, the first half, that's all they shot because they couldn't get inside.
Yeah, this defense has been just suffocating by Xenia. They're just all over the court. But you play defense like you play offense. Quick, move, quick. And that's exactly what's going on.
Oh, nice
move there.
Beautiful move.
What a beautiful move. That, of course, by Knosman.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Mom. Here comes Hoosier. He puts it up. Won't go. Oh, what a rebound.
See, we're just talking about being in position.
Right place, right time.
Pick it up. There's a timeout right now.
Timeout called with 1:26 remaining here in this third quarter. 59-28 in favor of the Xenia Buccaneers. Good Hands Player of the Game Award. We have been awarding that for 20 years almost.
That's right.
That being Jim Twiggs, of course. You're always in good hands with Jim Twiggs. Got the location, of course, there on Durr Road in Springfield. If you happen to be down south in the West Carrollton area, stop by Orchard Run and say hi to the folks down there. And just a super guy. He's been with us almost as long.
Since the inception, since we've been together. And, again, he's one of those guys that, you talk about the Student Athlete Award. He wants to support student athletes in the whole community here. Clark, Champaign County, Greene County, even in the Miami Valley. I mean, this is what's needed here with the young kids growing up in high school right now. They need to have the support and teams that are a place to go where they can showcase their talents.
Smart and wise right there, what you just said. The kids are out here. They're doing what they want to do, having fun. Yeah, winning means a lot, but you know what? They're out here having fun with it. With the basketball, the Tipp City Red Devils. We used to see that a lot.
Nice shot. Up follow through just
would
short.
not go.
And he got it back.
Got it back.
He got it back. Oh, nice.
Underneath. What a nice play defensively. Holy moly, this guy's been all over the court. Noah Crawford, the 6'6" senior forward.
And he's one of the bigger players on the court. Of course, Curtis is listed at 6'4".
And he's a guard.
There's a nice, almost a steal, and it is a steal.
And it is a steal. Goes in, puts it up, won't go. Rebound to Hoosier. He loses it. Here come the Red Devils. And doing the right thing, slowed it up a little bit. Nice spin move at the free throw line. Walking with the basketball, but it wasn't called. Mater puts it up for 3.
They got the basket, and then we got a timeout, and that's going to leave them with 2 timeouts.
With 35.8 seconds. Why would you call a timeout in the third quarter with that? I mean, you're down 59-31. That's probably why we're sitting up here and not down there on the bench.
Well, that's their first three-pointer in this.
Actually.
Did you have another one for this quarter?
No. Wait a minute.
I have 2. They've only made 2 3-pointers for Xenia.
And the 2 for Tipp City, both made by Mater. And both of the 3-pointers by Xenia.
Yeah, 2 for Tippecanoe, right? Yeah.
And Curtis hit a couple of them. He just plays so fluid on offense. And he is going on. You know what? I'd like to see him get it. Former record holder was Roberts Siwo, who had 1,537 points coming into the ball game. Curtis had 1,540.
And how many points do we have here tonight?
Well, he's got 12, 15, 18 points already.
Yeah.
And he's nowhere close to his average.
And look at this. Watch this little 3-point shot here. It's going to go up right over your top of your screen and kaboom.
Down.
And it was just a save pass that was made and made that shot work.
Take your hats off to Mater. They're losing, but he's still playing like it's a 1-point ball game.
And that's something the coach on the sideline there with Tui, you'll see that. And he'll talk about that in the locker room. If we all did that, we'd be back in this game.
Yeah, really. Finally getting the ball back out. Driving the lane, putting it up, no good. Rebound, put up and in. This kid has played a whale of a game. Noah Crawford picks up his, as what I've got him, as 12 points for Noah. And he'll go to the free throw line, and he will try to make the old-fashioned 3-point play.
And we're down to 14 seconds.
Wow, he's played a whale of a ball game.
Good crowd here tonight. Tippecanoe, it's a little bit of a hike for them. Of course, they're going down 75 there and moving over, so it's not too bad.
Well, it was a hike for me. I was out of breath when I got up here.
Yeah, that one's is up and good.
Up and good. So he gets the old-fashioned 3-point play. Gives him 13 points for the night so far. Here comes Mater. Gets into the lane. He's cut off, but he puts it up. Will not go.
It just seems like that all night long.
Yeah, it does. Here comes Curtis. Watch out. What's going to happen? Puts it off the glass and won't go at the buzzer. So at the end of 3 quarters of action, it is 62-31 in favor of Xenia over Tippecanoe. More of the ball game. Game of the Week coverage coming up on your local TV for me, Sports Network.
A lot has changed in 80 years. Where we live, the cars we drive, and even how we do our banking. But at the IH Credit Union, some things will never change, like our commitment to helping our members build better lives. The IH Credit Union will always be member-owned and will always step up and do what's right for our members and our community. Stop in today and check out what has changed, as well as what will never change at the IH Credit Union.
We are back. 4th and final quarter action coming up on the All-State Basketball Game of the Week right here on local TV for me, Sports Network. And so far tonight, it has been all Xenia. And Xenia has really worked for well, maybe it's just because they're so fast out there that it looks like they've worked harder, but no. Not any way, shape, or form. Tippecanoe has been doing a great job.
They have not given up. I mean, they're doing the best they can, but they're playing a team that's playing lights out right now. Probably the best.
Are.
Well, we haven't seen them play. There's a nice layup. That's what you do. Go right to the hoop.
Roland got his 7th point and just drove right up to the hoop. to pick up his 7th point and to get Tipp City to 33 points.
He must have the same barber as Cody that we have in the truck there.
Cody is
He's
his
got
barber.
that long hair there going there.
Up
It was
and
up and in.
A 50-50 free throw shooter. Luckily, he didn't have to take a second shot. Gary called that one time a couple of years ago.
Look at that outside shot. Oh, my goodness. See ya. That's their 3rd three-pointer.
Jake Bradley, yeah, but Bradley, he's the first one other than Curtis.
There we go.
Oh, in the lane.
See,
It will not drop.
And folks, we're not lying. This has been the story for Tippecanoe.
Look at him fight. Look at him fight underneath there.
It's been in and out. And
Curtis, feed,
boom.
Good. Bradley picks up another one. He's got 7 points just like that. 67-34. How much left in the ball game? 7:02 is left.
And
Down low they
Tippecanoe
go.
is not quitting.
No, they are not. And Curtis, once again, he is going to be going to UC. He's trying to break 2,000 points. He did think he was going to Xavier, but Xavier's coaching staff changed, and he decided to go. And also, Gavin
Watch
Gerhardt.
this here. Yeah, watch this. This is as it's knocked out of bounds.
But Gavin Gerhardt also, he's a junior. He's given a verbal saying that, yeah, I want to go to UC and play football as well. Look at that. Look at that.
They just can't buy a basket there.
And here's the guy that I said before the ball game, you want at the free throw line if it's a close ball game. That just wouldn't go.
Well, if you don't have any other shots going outside and they go in and out, we're not talking about missing shots, folks.
No.
Tippecanoe's had, I have counted them, 8 that have gone in the bucket and out. And there's another one right there. Just kind of rejected, and right on target.
Tippecanoe loses it again. Here comes Xenia.
Oh.
What a drive.
Oh, that is
My
just beautiful.
God, Joselle Gray. Did you see that? I'm not that coordinated, Gary.
That just hurts my back.
We've become pretzels.
Oh.
Look at that. Nice three-pointer.
There we go.
That's his 3rd one of the night. Nolan Mater.
That's the team's 3rd of the night for Tippecanoe.
69-37 is the score.
And that was just a kind of a nice twist, around his back as he went up off that glass. And don't forget to check this out. If you don't have WRCX TV in your area, tell you what you do. Call Dish. Call DirecTV. Tell them, you know what, all that money I'm paying you, I want that channel on my station where I live because I'm paying for it.
And I want to hear Gary Littell and Lee Riley.
And, you want to see what's local in your community.
Absolutely.
One thing about radio and TV, with TV, you're going to have this game forever. A radio, the days we did it, if you're driving and you missed it, it's over. It's not like you go home and listen to it. So that's what makes this local TV for me a positive.
Now, I'll tell you what.
Approach.
If you get a chance, mark this on your calendar, Saturday, January the 19th, at Fly Into the Hoops. That's a great tournament over there in Vandalia.
You bet.
The First Love Christian Academy will be taking on these Xenia Buccaneers. I don't know. How do you feel about stuff like that, Gary, about playing some of the really big teams and you just get smoked?
Well, it's also,
I mean what's that do to your season?
It's the same way I feel about high school football in scrimmages right before the season starts and the kids get hurt and they're out for the year.
Yeah.
I think it's good practice to have better competition, but
well, that's for sure.
Probably at this time of the year, I don't know. It's
Bocara.
You're trying to work on your team and correct things, and then you go down there and there's a little demoralization going on.
Well, that's where the coach comes.
But that's where the players have to learn. Hey, you just played one of the best teams in the country.
Oh, I thought that went in, but it did not go.
Almost saved by the police officer underneath the basket.
Look at him smile down there.
You know what? He could be our good hands player.
He could, because he's talking to the other guy down there saying, I used to play basketball. You know that, don't you?
He got a vest hug, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Hoosier in the backcourt.
It could have been traveling there, but it wasn't.
As a shot, a runner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Tippecanoe. Roland's played a good ball game as well tonight. But Nolan Mater has played a really good ball game.
Well, this has been kind of a show here, hasn't it, with Crawford and Curtis and
yes.
the whole Xenia team has just play. Look at that defense. Oh, nice move.
Oh, I want it. Yeah, Ripple said, I want it, and he got it.
Yeah, that was a Tippecanoe running back play right there. Here's a steal by Tippecanoe. Pass over, nice unselfish
and puts it
pass.
up and in to Jake Rowland.
And we got a timeout for Xenia.
I want to see how Hoosier is. He tried to cut between the two Tippecanoe Red Devils and went hard to the floor. He's okay. He's over there walking it.
Oh, you say that from your seat. He's okay. I can see you at home watching football. He's okay. Lee, he's on a golf cart. Oh, he'll be fine.
You know what?
He'll be fine.
He'll be back next week.
He'll be just fine. Oh, boy. Here's that steal. Watch this pass. Right up down the middle and unselfish. Boom. And look at this. They're still excited. Tippecanoe's still excited and playing well. 41-71. 5 minutes left to go here at Xenia, Ohio.
Well, see, they had one senior, that being Curtis. They had, 7 seniors, I should say. Curtis
that graduated last year, you mean?
Yeah. And a junior, got some 4 sophomores out there. So, but they've got a good young ball club who I think, just by watching them, they are listening and buying into everything that Kent Anderson has got to say over there.
Talking to Kent before the game, I was going, when he says, I really hope we have a good game here for you, and I was going, and I started thinking about, they're 500. I'm going, it could go either way. I was really surprised here tonight.
Yeah, with the authority. That, I mean, it's a 30-point lead right now.
This team could match up pretty well. I'd like to see them matching up with Springfield, see how that goes. Oh,
Curtis,
around the rim.
How did that happen?
Well, he needs to be punished for that.
Noah Crawford has played a whale of a game, too, for Xenia. Up and in. Maynard. Boy, this kid is
long
just
pass
ball,
here,
man.
huh? Look at this pass. Alley-oop. Oh.
That was set up. That back wall. Boy, that was set up nicely.
It was set up nicely. Just missed the timing a little bit.
Here comes Maynard again. I thought he might take another 3 from over there.
Now, it seems like Tippecanoe's moving that ball around a lot better. Had they done this in the first half, I think we would have had a little closer game.
They're a lot quicker. They are a lot quicker, Gary.
And they picked up their paces, not quite as, there's just kind of a bad turnover there, but.
Isn't it? It goes out of bounds as tripping was Bradley. He just kind of ran over his own feet. But doesn't it always happen? We're always talking good about something, and then they turn it over.
Well, let's give some respect here to Tippecanoe. On their roster, Maines and Stevenson, and they're not starting.
Right.
Are the only 2 seniors that they have.
And the rest is all dotted with sophomores
and juniors. So they are going to be in the same boat as Xenia. I mean, they have fewer seniors than Xenia has right now. So,
nice drive.
Beautiful.
Beautiful drive by Knosman.
And what we saw earlier with that JV game is that Tippecanoe has some giants on that JV team.
Well, the one kid was 6'7".
Oh, yeah. So those kids are going to move up.
Nice rebound, but it will not go. That's Noah Crawford again. Wow.
Well, they're just tired of making baskets.
Mater, he wanted so much to go for that 3, yeah.
Oh, there's
almost losing the ball. And the count is on him right now. He finally gets rid of it, goes underneath the ball, knocked away. Curtis with just those flying hands.
I'm not sure that was a reach-in foul there, but nice.
What a play. Hoosier
How about some
threw
hang
it up
time?
in the air, and Crawford got it, and he picks up his 15th point of the night.
Hang time he has.
Well, I guess.
Just under 3 minutes here in Xenia, Ohio.
Tippecanoe with the basketball goes underneath.
Oh, nice move.
Yeah, that was very nice move.
Yeah, it's going to set up well here for Tippecanoe down the road here, Lee.
Oh yeah.
Next couple of years with the players they have and those big units coming up from even freshmen that are junior varsity.
The JV team.
Oh yeah. So they, and you get look at the players that played well for Tippecanoe tonight. Really good hustle. Roland's been in there.
Well, Mater has got. I mean, he just scored a bunch of points, and he is hustled, and I mean hustled a lot. And you got to give credit to Roland, and you got to give credit in there to Bailey. I mean, they've all played just about as hard as you can play. And if you were watching the ball game and you're looking, you're going, wow, they really got beat. Well, they didn't.
And there we go with Curtis with a free throw. That's going to give him 20 points, I think, here tonight.
Yeah.
And it is 20
20
points for him. He leads the
But
scores, and look who's number 2.
But he averages 32 a game. Nice runner in the lane, wouldn't drop.
Crawford with 50. Oh, there's
Lob
a breakaway.
pass down court. Curtis puts it up and in.
Boy, that was nice footwork. I was just hoping he wasn't going to turn an ankle going down there.
Or crash into the wall.
Yeah, that's all you need to do at this time of the season.
Yeah. And with that kind of lead, and you're the coach over there, Kent Anderson, you're going, got your heart in your mouth when something like that happens.
Well, that's just
he's coming out.
Yeah, that's how you can roll your ankle.
Oh,
right
God,
like that.
yeah. 22 points. Looking for number 23 is Curtis. Deep breath, puts it up and in. His rotation looks better. You and I must have seen something that
it was like a
was
fluke.
Different. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was a 3-point shot too. There's a nice shot outside.
Oh, it won't go.
He kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah.
It's going to be Xenia's ball.
Out of bounds as a couple of Tipp City ball players were fighting for it and cutting across the baseline was Bayless.
But look at 2:20. They're still hustling. So.
Oh yeah.
They're not done. So the coach on the sideline over there, great guy, had a great talk with him, Adam Toohey. He's got some young kids. Got to be proud of them. They got some work to do, but they're young.
And Crawford and Curtis are going to hit the pines for the rest of the night for Xenia. As coming up courts, Xenia with the basketball and a foul. I think it's going to be called on Tippecanoe. Inbounds. Dudley. And Johnson with it. Johnson's just kind of taking his time. See, that's the one nice thing in high school ball, and I know it irks Gary, is no shot clock. Ball is up. It's no good. Mater comes down with a rebound. Look at this kid play. He doesn't care what the score is. I'm playing basketball. Wow. Cross-court pass, and now we got a whistle underneath. And we're trying to see who this is going to, I think they called this one on, did they call it on Mater, or is he going to the free throw line?
Dudley
got it, okay.
Yep. Took a while to find out what was going on there.
And going to the free throw line is Mater. Mater's got a free throw tonight. He's a 74% free throw shooter. Trying to keep that percentage up, and he does.
That's nice.
Rotation on that was absolutely
Remember, he missed
beautiful.
a couple earlier.
Well, he did.
And he was not happy about that because he's, like you said,
well,
pretty high percentage, 75%.
He's got 23.
Yeah.
He's played a whale of a ball game. And don't forget, we still got coming up our Good Hands Player of the Game award winner. That one's good, too.
Yeah,
couple of free throws.
Put him right there at 24 points.
Yeah. And I like to see that. Getting a big round of applause as it goes out.
Yeah, and standing everyone on the bench over there for Tippecanoe. Long pass,
Down
stolen.
pass. Oh, I was kind of telegraphed. Oh, what a nice job of saving it in bounds.
That's stolen again.
It's stolen away by the Red Devils. Down court and in and out of the hands of number 14, that being Johnny Bayless.
Just out of the reach right in front of us here. Felt like reaching out there to try to help catch that ball.
Try to help him, yeah. We're down to a minute and a half remaining in the ball game. Stolen away by Tippecanoe. Underneath, open, drives, reverse, no good, he's fouled.
Yeah, I don't know if he needed to make that dribble late.
Yeah.
But he got the foul anyway, so that was good.
Well, that's something we have talked about a lot, is that some of the best players we've seen just turn around and shoot.
And the other ones that you say, no, they put the ball on the court. And you see that with girls and boys basketball. You usually see it at the younger level, but surprisingly enough, at the high school level, some of the big units will do it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, there's no reason. You don't have to take it, if you're not traveling, you can take that one hop and go.
Missed both of those free throws.
Yeah,
and hustling there for a Tippecanoe. I'm trying to see who that was. It looked like Bayless.
Yeah, coming up off the bottom of that court is Bayless.
Yeah. And this will be, well, it wasn't Bayless. It must have been touched by a Xenia ball player. As Bayless will take the ball inbound.
Bayless was on his back. That's what I thought it went off of. Nice pass.
Like it, didn't it?
Nice pass back out to the top.
Out on top, three-pointer.
There we go.
That one, they would say, can we have this the rest of the night?
That was their fourth three-pointer is what I have tonight. Ooh, there's a foul over the back.
Let's give credit to
Knosman. And going to the line is Bayless.
It's just about
it was
as
fun
bad
when
as
we were
me
talking.
knowing what Instagram
Well, we were
was.
talking to Coach Tui, and he says, "Now, do you need some pronunciation?" And we went through it, and he goes, "Nope, nope, nope."
Yep.
Tried to set us straight, and folks over there at Tippecanoe Country, we hope we haven't dismantled your
Butchered
name
it
too
much,
badly.
yeah.
If we did, we apologize because you got a young team that's it's going to be good here.
But
next
people
couple
are
of years.
going to remember his name. Riley's an idiot. He couldn't even say it right.
There's a nice
shot. That's
free throw.
good.
From the free throw line for Tippecanoe tonight, 15 trips to the line, and they've made 9 of 15.
Knosman is a 61% free throw shooter. He's got 11 points, so he's played himself a pretty good ball game tonight, point-wise, and on the court. 62 seconds remaining in the ball game. Inbounds knocked away by Tippecanoe as they are in full court pressure, as you can see. It'll be Xenia's ball, and Xenia wants timeout.
And don't forget, Mom and Dad, if your son's number 35, he played a good game tonight.
He did. We haven't gotten anything on it.
We are not down by the scores table, too, so you got to realize that. But good hustle by your boy down there. Check it out here, Lee. Coming up.
Oh, coming up next Friday, a week from today, we're going to be at Springfield High School, and guess what? The Warriors of Wayne. That is always a great GWalk ball game.
And you look at Springfield's on top in the East with Wayne at third, tied with Fairmont. So it's going to be changed probably this weekend.
It could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
Still, it's a good game. But I'll tell you what, this Xenia team, if either of those teams play like this, we're in for a treat.
Oh yeah, look at that division though, Gary. It's 4-0, 3-1, 3-1.
Yep.
That's a pretty tough one.
And Stebbins dropped a game to Kenton Ridge in the CBC, so that was a interconference game, or non-conference game.
All the way across court. We're down to 51 seconds remaining. Cross-court pass. Actually, Xenia doesn't have to take another shot, but they do. In the lane, it won't go. Rebound. Brought down in there by Becerra.
And I would just kind of run this thing around.
I would.
I don't think you don't want to get somebody hurt
and that's where you get hurt. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's a good point.
Tippecanoe can keep playing there. They need to get a good shot and get
corner.
Oh, what a beautiful shot. And I remember we had a Tecumseh game with Tippecanoe, Lee, and it came down to the last three-pointer, as you recall. And I think Tecumseh pulled that out. There's a nice three-pointer. In again. 4 3-pointers for Xenia.
Coming up.
And Tippecanoe puts it up again. Nothing doing. We're down to 4 seconds.
So that's 4 3-pointers for Xenia and 4 for Tippecanoe. That's right. So 4.2 seconds remaining in the ball game, and then this one will, I think, and it does.
And
goes
into
the
the
books
game.
with the final score, 58-80. All Xenia in the ball game. Post-game report going to be coming your way, plus the Player of the Game award as well on the local TV for me, Sports Network.
Although the world is ever changing, the basic rhythms of life remain the same. One being people's passion to build families, communities, houses, businesses. But turning passion into reality is often challenging. For all of life's moments, count on Security National Bank.
And we are back for the post-game report. Lee Riley, Gary Liddell. We'll kind of run it down and give Gary, he can go ahead and let us know about some of the other statistics in the ball game. But it was Xenia, 23-9 in the first quarter. Then they outscored Tippecanoe 16-11. They won in at halftime 39-20. Then at the end of the third quarter, that's where Xenia got it. They outscored Tippecanoe 30-11. Then Tippecanoe 27-11.
There's your slam dunk there by Curtis, coming up there with the first dunk of the season for us. And then we had another one coming back around back-to-back with Crawford as he comes up for both of these players played such a great game tonight for Xenia. And then Tippecanoe, look at this, getting the rebound and fighting for it and putting it up. And we said he was doing a great job, and that was Mater. And we got a good chance to have his sister come out and try to shoot for the loot. And it was a good play. Underneath the basket again, trying to find room, finds that hole, goes down the lane, and comes up for a bucket. And then Tippecanoe had this hope pass, threw it outside. Here's a three-pointer. That drops right outside, and they just played Tippecanoe is up, we said earlier, all night long. It's a young team. Look at them try to come back, fight back from outside. Towards the end, they did a pretty good job. And Xenia, in the end here, was just overwhelmingly talented, and they had a fast game going all night long as Crawford goes up. And look at this one. That's the one that could have been the ankle tweaker there on Curtis.
Well, he came out right after that.
It didn't happen. So there's your final score. It's 80-58 in favor of the Buccaneers.
And time right now for our All-State Player of the Game Award, brought to you by Jim Twiggs. And tonight's winner was who, Gary?
Well, if you take a look one more time, and you'll get to see it. And here it is. There's going to be a steal here. The ball's kicked out, passed down here. Now watch what happens. It's a steal by Curtis, right up, and boom, our first slam dunk of the year, number 15, Samari Curtis, senior, 6'4". You are our All-State Good Hands Player of the Game.
Make sure you join us again next Friday, a week from tonight, for Springfield High School as the Wildcats host the Wayne Warriors. Till next week, we would like to wish everyone a very pleasant good evening.